Yo, what's good? What's good, man? Y'all already know what it is, man. It is Tuesday, March the 15th. And you know what it is, man. It's FatPacks Lounge time. Hey, man, I hope y'all got y'all drink because I sure got mine. So sit back, relax, and enjoy the show. And thanks for tuning in. You already know. Let's get it. There we go. All day and all day. My main focus is getting money. I'm getting money. I'm getting money. I'm getting money. I'm getting money. All night and all day. My main focus is getting money. I'm getting money. I'm getting money. I'm getting money. I'm getting money. Yeah, what's good, man? What is good? You already know I am excited. It's Tuesday and it's time to get this party started. Hey, man, without further ado, we're going to get into this. I got a lot of stuff. Of course, you know, I'm going to update y'all about Russia and Ukraine. Excuse me. Standing up so y'all can see my shirt. I showed off my white last week, showing off my black. But anyway, you know, I got to update y'all about Russia and Ukraine. Got some other news. We're going to talk about Tevin Campbell, Jussie, Smollett, and some other stuff, man. So sit back. Like I say, hope you got your drink. Let's get it. There we go. Yeah. I should have been fucking with this music shit, man. Shit, rough out here. It's Fat Pack. Yep. So let's get it, man. Y'all already know we're going to start this show off and we're going to start off talking about Russia because Russia got everything messed up right now, man. Russia got everything in shambles. So, here we go. Yeah. All right. Yeah. So Russia continues with its invasion of Ukraine. Right now, they coming in from all sides. They focusing on the capital city of Kyiv. But at this point, though, Russia playing. They not playing fair, man. Russia hitting apartments. They hitting hospitals. They hitting schools. Man, they don't care. They don't care about civilians. They don't care about lives. They don't care about nothing in Ukraine right now. They just going in and dropping bombs. Like, what y'all gonna do? Man, so yeah, they blew up some explosives that was at the Zaporizhia nuclear power plant. I'm assuming the plant ain't blow up because they didn't report that. But yeah, they ain't playing, dog. Reports say since the invasion started February the 24th, 90 kids have died and over 100 have been injured in all of this. Now, a convoy of more than 160 cars departed Mariupol in what appeared to be the first successful attempt to evacuate civilians out of Ukraine. So that's a good thing, you know what I'm saying? Apparently, they've been trying to get out of there, and it ain't been successful. So, Russia says ceasefire will only commence if Ukraine demilitarizes itself as Russian forces continue to bombard the nation. Russia's ambassador to the United Nations defended Moscow's deadly war in Ukraine Tuesday and said it would only stop the violence once its special military operations are achieved. So, like I said, Russia ain't playing, boy. They being real aggressive right now. It ain't looking good for Ukraine. Like I say, they don't care about kids. They don't care about civilians. They don't care about nothing. Their whole plan is to get to the capital city and take it over, and that's what they're gonna do. So It's crazy, man, because a missile exploded in the city of Donetsk, killing 20 people. And nobody want to take blame. Ukraine and Russia doing like this. You did it. You did it. You did it. You did it. So somebody shot a missile and almost killed some civilians in Donetsk. Actually, they killed 20 people. So yeah, like I said, these boys playing nasty. Speaking of missiles, though, man, did anybody hear about the missile incident with Pakistan and India? India's defense minister says the country's missile systems are very reliable and safe after one was accidentally fired off last week and landed in Pakistan. That's crazy, dog. They can just be bombs just dropping anywhere, bro. So, yeah, that's weird. Anywho, on March the 9th, India accidentally fired a missile into Pakistan because of a technical malfunction during a routine maintenance. It's supposed to be a routine maintenance, man. The flight path endangered many national and international passenger flights in both India and Pakistan airspace. So this thing was riding, man. A Pakistan air official said that it traveled 77 miles in Pakistan airspace before it crashed. It's a relief that there has been no loss of life due to the accident. So ain't nobody died, so that's good. You know what I'm saying? Pakistan has launched an investigation and called this an unprovoked violation of airspace. They also told them to be mindful of unpleasant consequences of such negligence and take effective measures to avoid violations in the future. So if that ain't a threat, I don't know what the hell that is. So yeah, they letting them know, man, y'all do this shit again, it's gonna be some problems. So yeah, man, how the hell you accident? I mean, I understand, routine maintenance and all that shit, but if you're doing maintenance, man, you know what I'm saying? Like, you gotta be careful. I thought it was like 2 buttons you gotta hit for them shits found. But anyway, 20 people ended up passing behind that, man. That's crazy, man. But anywho, let's go to the next story, man. I want to talk about what I'm going to talk about. I want to talk about I want to talk about this man from Florida, man. Let's see, where is it at? Here we go. We're going to talk about Mr. Vonnell Cook, the old guy in this picture up here up top. On May the 4th, I'm going to tell y'all, let me know what I'm saying. Matter of fact, tell y'all a little story, you know what I'm saying? On May the 4th, 2021, Vonnell Cook, a 77-year-old white man, was dissatisfied with the service at a drive-thru window as he tried to order coffee at a Tampa, Florida Dunkin' Donuts in the Palm River area, right? After being dissatisfied, he decided to go in the restaurant and started complaining loudly about the poor service. Carlos Pujols, the guy next to this man up here, an employee on the shift, left his station and asked Cook to leave, but Cook didn't leave. He then asked the coworker to call 911. So Pujols approached Cook and asked him, Cook continued to yell, and as he was yelling, he decided to scream out the N-word, you know what I'm saying? So Pujols approached Cook and asked him not to say it again, and Cook did. Pujols then responded by punching Cook in the face, connected with his jaw, causing him to fall and hit his head on the floor. And 3 days later, Cook died from his injuries. An autopsy showed that he suffered a skull fracture and brain contusion. You know what I'm saying? Now, the employee was originally arrested and charged with assault, but those charges elevated to manslaughter once Cook died. On Monday, March the 8th, 2022, Pujols reached a plea deal with Tampa prosecutors to resolve charges resulting from his fatal altercation with that customer. The state attorney office said before Cook was fatally assaulted, he used a racial slur against the defendant, a term they considered the most aggressive and most offensive in the English language. The plea deal reduced the manslaughter charge to felony battery and afforded him a sentence of 2 years house arrest, followed by 3 years probation. So, I mean, I guess I gotta kind of give him a little bit of applause, you know what I'm saying? Because, they changed the verdict or whatever, or, gave him the plea deal. But, yeah, man, you gotta be careful what you say, man. People be saying that word, man, and it ain't cool, man. And To be honest with you, man, the dude that hit him, he got Pujos. He sound like he's Spanish, but apparently he wasn't going for whatever Mr. Cook had to say, and he ended up losing his life. Don't nobody ever want. I don't condone in the life being lost, but then you got to be careful what you say, man. You got to be careful what you say, man. I want to talk about these teenagers, man. I got 3 stories in 3 different states about teens, man. About these teens going wild, man. We gonna start with these Maryland teenagers, man. So, 3 Maryland middle schoolers have been charged with a hate crime that was aimed at black students at Middletown Middle School on March the 11th, 2022. Frederick County Sheriff Office spokesperson Todd Wyville said FCSO deputies and school resource officers responded to the school after social media threats were posted on Instagram and Snapchat targeting black students at the school. In coordination with the Frederick County Public School officials, FSCO deputies assisted school administrators in immediately identifying multiple suspects. According to Wyville, all of the suspects were white, and in addition to the hate crimes, one of the 3 was charged as a juvenile with possession of a firearm by a minor. According to the statement, the kids voluntarily gave their cell phones to deputies who saw pics were took in January and February and then posted later on the internet. They also discovered pictures of the suspects with weapons and racist remarks. The deputies privately interviewed each student involved with their parent and or guardian. You know what I'm saying? They conducted searches of the involved students' bedrooms and accounted for all weapons. In the press release, FCSO said that several of the firearms pictured were fake and are asking for the community's help to determine if one received any of the photos. It's an ongoing investigation that has the possibility of resulting in additional charges. In addition to facing charges with Sheriff's Office, FCPS will be administering disciplinary consequences to the students. So they kicked out of school, they about to go to jail, they facing a hate crime, and they were targeting black kids, man. So it's the world we live in. But let's take it. I want to talk about I'm missing something. Hold on one second. I want to talk about these kids in Florida. So apparently some Florida teens decided that they were gonna get involved into some hate crimes. 3 teens in where's the city? 3 teens in Florida are charged with a hate crime after running around screaming "Brown Power" and its opposite day. They say the 3 kids attacked some white kids and were screaming that out as the situation went down. So you got white people doing hate crimes in the middle school. You got black kids in the middle school pulling hate crime. Like, hey man, I ain't trying to be funny, but in reality, back when I was a kid, they had cracker day. So that's what it sounded like they was doing in this Florida situation. I don't condone in that. Like back then, I didn't think it was that crazy, but I remember, it used to happen. So it's a sad situation. Apparently, it's still going down, and these teens have already been charged. The other teens in the first story, they haven't been charged yet. So we'll still wait to see what's going on. And then in Iowa, we got some more teens. A shooting took place last week at East High, at Iowa High School, leaving 1 dead and 2 injured. The deceased victim was identified as a 15-year-old boy who was not a student at the school. The other 2 victims, a 16-year-old girl and an 18-year-old boy, were students. Gunfire appeared to have come from a passing vehicle, police said. Police started receiving calls around 2:48. Upon arriving, they found 3 with gunshot wounds, and all 3 were taken to the hospital. The school ended up being locked down for like 40 minutes, and students were dismissed later around 3:30. The DMPD continued to investigate, and the Des Moines Public School grief team will be available for students at the school for those who need additional support. So, yeah, man, these teams, man, that's 3 different stories, man. That was a high school. The other 2 were, like I say, some middle school kids. But yeah, man, we got to do better with our kids, man, and make sure we paying attention, man. Matter of fact, I'm gonna have to test some ass up tonight. But anyway, man, we gonna take a little break, man, and I'll be right back, man. Y'all sit tight, man. If y'all have to, man, fill up your drinks, man. You know what I'm saying? Top your moon off, you know what I'm saying? And come back and chill with your boy. So I'll be right back. You did.
Don't take your love from me, girl. Say bring it right back. Bring it right back. Say bring it right back. Say bring it right back.
Man, everybody, please take a second, go by the YouTube page, subscribe to the page. Numbers been going up. I appreciate it. I love seeing the numbers go up. So if you haven't subscribed to the YouTube page, I appreciate it if you guys go stop by and do that for me.
Greener on the other side. I've been constantly thinking about the nights to remember, staying up till the sunrise up. Do you remember how we used to cuddle up under the covers? We was just the best of friends, but we made love like some lovers.
Second of all, FatPacks Lounge is now streaming also on Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, Spotify,
Welcome back to the show. It's your boy, Mr. Fat Pack, coming to you live from the ATL, and this is FatPacks Lounge. I hope everybody's enjoying the show, and I'd like to thank you for allowing me to come into your homes. So let's get straight into it, man. We're going to talk about, Miss Traci Braxton, man. Sad story. Singer Traci Braxton, who appeared on the reality series Braxton Family Values with her sisters, passed away Saturday at the age of 50 from esophageal cancer. She also appeared on Marriage Boot Camp with her husband, Surratt. She released an album in 2014, Crash and Burn, and had a hit single entitled The Last Call. She also had a radio show, acted on stage, and in movies. We celebrate her life and send our condolences to the Braxtons during these difficult times. And, we wish them the best to go through this tragic event. Yeah, man, I watched some of the show back in the day, man. She was one of the quieter sisters, I ain't really watched the show, but I used to catch little clips of it or whatever. But yeah, man. Yeah, we wish the Braxtons the best as they go through this situation, man. My next story, man. Let me see. We're gonna talk about Mr. Ryan Coogler. Mr. Ryan Coogler. Black Panther director Ryan Coogler and his associates were detained while trying to withdraw $12,000 from his bank account. Now, Coogler walked into the bank with some shades and a mask and handed the teller a withdrawal slip with a note saying he would like to withdraw $12,000 cash from his account, and could they do the money count somewhere else? He'd like to be discreet. Apparently, the teller took the note, which clearly meant what it said, as "I'm robbing you," and notified the police, who came to the location and escorted Mr. Coogler out the bank in handcuffs. Teller ended up being a black woman, you know what I'm saying, that apparently watched too many movies, because, she took the note thing, the note said exactly what it said, and, she still called the police on this man. That's crazy, man. That's the director of Black Panther, man. How you gonna do that to the man on Black Panther, man? But I'm gonna share this clip with y'all so y'all can see what happened.
Now I want to say something.
Wrong one.
Hey, sir. Hey, man. Do me a favor, man. Come this way. Put your hand behind your back.
Hands down my back. Got it. Is there any reason y'all doing this, bro?
Give me 1 second. Hold on. Is that him with the green sweater?
No, sir. Hey,
204, one other thing.
Fellas, I really shouldn't do it. I mean,
What's going on, my man?
trying to put money on my own.
You said what? Yeah, this your phone?
It is, sir.
So yeah, they eventually escorted him out and sat him in the back of the car where eventually Bank of America came out and apologized for the situation. But yeah, the lady ended up panicking. I guess she took the notice of whole situation and panicked and called the police and Mr. Coogler. Like I said, they apologized to him and let him go. But it's crazy, man. Man can't go nowhere, get his money. You know what I'm saying? Haters. Anywho, let's talk about Mr. Jussie Smollett. This dude is a freaking character. I used to like this guy, man. I mean, not like that. I used to like his character. I used to like Empire, the show. You know what I'm saying? None of that funny stuff. You know what I'm saying? But anywho, you know what I'm saying? This man, ever since this whole situation with, him trying to act like somebody after him or whatever, you know what I'm saying? He weird. Anywho, Jussie Smollett, he staged a hate crime, which caused an investigation which led to the arrest of Olabingo Osendero and his brother Obabola, who both worked on the set of Empire. They were eventually released, and Smollett was arrested on February the 21st, 2019, after authorities accused him of recruiting the brothers to stage the attack. So, the police said at the time Smollett orchestrated the phony incident to advance his career, a claim that till today he still, denies or whatever. Yeah, so that's crazy that he did. I didn't know he staged it. That was news to me when I first read the story when I was getting it together. I ain't know what the purpose of this was, but he weird, man. So Mr. Smollett is gonna be faced with some fines. He has 30 months felony probation, which will include 150 days in jail for lying to the police about an alleged hate crime in 2019. So, Mr. Smollett, I've read you your sentence. How do you feel?
No, I would just like to say to Your Honor that I am not suicidal. That's what I would like to say.
Okay.
I am not suicidal.
Okay.
I am not suicidal. I am innocent, and I am not suicidal. If I did this, then it means that I stuck my fist in the fears of Black Americans in this country for over 400 years and the fears of the LGBTQ community. Your Honor, I respect you and I respect the jury, but I did not do this. And I am not suicidal. And if anything happens to me when I go in there, I did not do it to myself. And you must all know that. I respect you, Your Honor. I respect your decision. Jail time. I am not suicidal.
What'd he say? I ain't hear him. I did not hear him. Yeah, so my guy he got to go to jail, man. He gonna do some jail time. His family was upset, but I mean, you do the crime, you got to do the time, buddy. Well, he might like it. You know what I'm saying? There's gonna be a lot of people probably looking forward to seeing him in there. You know what I'm saying? But I ain't trying to crack no jokes on nobody. But you might like it in there. You did. Anywho, let's talk about my childish story of the week. These two here are getting on my nerves because I don't know where they're going with this situation. You know what I'm saying? DL recently sat down with Vlad TV and did an interview, and he had some things to say about Kanye, saying that he been acting like a stalker around, about Kim Kardashian. Which he might be right, man. Kanye, if, y'all moved on, move on. You know what I'm saying? You got a girl now, she got a girl, you know what I'm saying? But you have been kind of giving me stalker vibes, you know what I'm saying? You know, because Kanye came back, you know, he cursing, you know what I'm saying? He had a lot to say on the internet, you know, talking a lot. And he told DL, you know, I can afford to hurt you. And I don't know what that mean, but you know, man, Kanye better be careful, boy. You know what I'm saying? You out here sending them kind of threats and stuff, you know what I'm saying? So Kanye better be careful, man. And you know, DL responded. He talked about mental illness, referring to Kanye. So it's like, yeah, man, y'all need to chill out, man. Let this crap go. But Kanye is kind of acting stalkerish, you know what I'm saying? When they come to Campbell, you know what I'm saying? Each his own, bro. You know, I ain't judging nobody. You know what I'm saying? But anywho, we gonna talk about Miss Royce Reed, and it sucked, man, because a lot of people don't probably know who Royce Reed is. You know what I'm saying? But anytime Royce Reed get in trouble, apparently the people she connected to, they ain't gonna come up. And of course, in this case, it's Dwight Howard, and of course, is dealing with the child that they have together. You know what I'm saying? Basketball Wives alum Royce Reed was released from jail shortly after turning herself in for felony child neglect involving her 14-year-old son Braylon, which whom she shares with NBA player Dwight Howard. Now, don't panic. Don't get all extra weird. You know what I'm saying? Because this situation, the charges aren't a direct reflection of nothing that Reed did to her son. It was Braylon who was ordered to work on issues with professionals, according to police. After failing to abide by a set of rules implemented by a judge, his mother was forced to pay the penalty on her son's behalf. What? Yeah. So, when interviewed by police, Braylon admitted to not having much of a relationship with his father, and that the last time they spoke was when he was in town for a basketball game, which was a while ago. And Reed and Howard have battled over custody in the past, with Reed accusing the NBA player of abusing their son with the belt. But that was later cleared up by the Orlando Sentinel. You know what I'm saying? And those charges were dropped following an investigation. So they've been going back and forth about this kid. You know, it's funny because they say they've been going back and forth about the kid, but Dwight don't really talk to the kid. And, you know, I understand they have a busy schedule and stuff like that, but he say what? He haven't talked to him. He haven't seen him in I don't know how long. So, messy situation, man. Hopefully they clean that up, fix that, you know, situation. Because it's never good when there's a kid involved, man. Apparently the kid got some issues, and sound like he one of them kids gonna blame all his troubles on his dad not being around. That's why they brought this up. This ain't got nothing to do with your daddy, boy. You got your mama arrested. Look at your mama. Had to turn herself in. Goddamn shit. The kid's crazy, man. I'm trying to tell you. Anywho, Miss Teyana Teller was in the news. You know what I'm saying? There was rumors circulating about pics of Teyana Teller in the hospital. People were saying it was due to her self-medicating to cope with serial cheater husband, Mr. Eamon Shumpert. And in doing so, she may have OD'd. So she trying to self-medicate and over-medicate it. I'm not laughing, man, but you know, well, apparently, you know what I'm saying, she's denying those allegations. She's saying, you know what I'm saying, that she don't even smoke weed. She say nobody, absolutely nobody can make Petunia overdose on the damn thing. She also said she'll kill Amon Shumpert fine ass, put him in a nice suit, and bury him her damn self before she ever let him or anybody push her to drugs. And that sounds like something she might say. Sound Teyana Tellerish. I can believe that she said that. So, yeah, she's denying those allegations, and you know, I mean, if it's true, she ain't gonna say it is. What y'all want, you know what I'm saying? Let's talk about Lucci, man. My dog. I mean, not my dog. I love Lucci music. You know what I'm saying? They sucked them when he in jail or whatever. But Lucci was arrested among 12 others in an unprecedented racketeering indictment in GA. But he is currently in jail for violating a previous bond condition in his murder case by going to a strip club And the recording studio. Now, the recording studio, I can understand. But if you in trouble, bro, you felt like you had to go to the strip club, dog. Incarcerated rapper Lucci claims his life is in danger in jail as he awaits his murder case. According to new legal docs, a fellow inmate at the Fulton County Jail stabbed YFN Lucci with a homemade shank while he was on a video call with somebody on the outside. He's now, reportedly, afraid for his life. So my boy been slapped with this jail sentence, and now he want to get out. Lucci is asking for a judge to grant him bond so he can get out of jail, and also says he's down with 24-hour home confinement and wearing a monitoring service. Lucci lawyers say that their client is not guilty on all charges as they continue to battle and get ready for this case. Yeah, my boy say he don't care about wearing no ankle monitor, 24-hour confinement, none of that. Boy, get me out of here. So Lucci is in fear for his life in Fulton County Jail. Sad situation, man. One of my homeboys went to jail up here in Georgia back when I was in Miami, and he ain't never been the same since. So, hey, man, that jail system can be serious, can be crazy in some places. So. Wish him the best with that, man. But probably can't get no sleep. Every time your eyes close, you wake up. Scare everybody out to get him. Can't even use the phone. They got him on a video call, man. You know how many witnesses that is? That's person on the phone. Shaunie O'Neal is now engaged to a pastor by the name of Mr. Keon Henderson. I guess we can, give us some love. You know what I'm saying? You still Shaq girl, though. You still Shaq girl, though. You know what I'm saying? You gonna always be Shaq ex-wife. I ain't saying that Shaq still want or nothing like that, but that Shaq ex-wife married to Pastor Shaunie O'Neal, whatever. Previously she was known as the ex-wife of Shaq, and now she will be. Let's try that again. Previously she was known as the ex-wife of Shaq, and now she will be referred to as Mrs. Henderson. Thank you. Last year, the love became public when the news broke that they were engaged. According to reports, Henderson proposed at 11/11 on November the 11th. Oh, that's sweet. That is so whatever-ish, man. Yeah. So yeah, congratulations, man. Congratulations to Shaunie. You know what I'm saying? Woohoo! Shout out to you. You know what I'm saying? Finding you a new love. Happy for you. Yeah. Hey man, let's talk about Mr. Tevin Campbell real quick, man. I got a couple more seconds. Tell y'all about Mr. Tevin Campbell. Mr. Can We Talk? On Tuesday, March the 8th, the 45-year-old artist took the Twitter account to respond to a fan's comments about him possibly being gay. The fan says, "My mom keeps telling me that Luther Vandross, Teddy Pendergrass, and Tevin Campbell were gay." And Campbell decided to quote the tweet and said, "Tevin is." Yeah. So Tevin Campbell admitted to being, gay. But then, of course, he deleted it. You know what I'm saying? After subtly announcing his sexual orientation on the social media post, he then deleted it. Social media users are applauding the Can We Talk singer for living his truth. Tevin Campbell has updated his Twitter bio by adding a rainbow flag to it. And we knew Kevin. We knew it's nobody's surprised by this. We knew Kevin. So yeah, Tevin Campbell is living his truth. So shout out to him. Yeah, man. Let me see how much time we got left, man. Do I got time for one more? I'm missing something here. Oh, I know what I'm missing. All right, yeah. So check this out, man. Everybody know Freddie P. You know what I'm saying? And Diddy been going at it, man. I'll show y'all the clip, man. Show y'all. Let me learn y'all something. Let me learn you something. Dog used to say that. Learn you something.
A lot of people don't understand what nigga done been through. This year alone, I done contemplated suicide 2 or 3 times. I done pictured my brother walking in, finding me dead. I cried a few times thinking about leaving my son. Because you just get tired of life. It's like no matter what you try to do, you just gotta keep battling. Niggas got their foot on your neck, niggas wanna see you fall. And it be niggas, you know what I'm saying, like, it's this nigga Puffy. And my main motherfucking reason why I really hate fucking life, dog. Like, people don't even understand. Like, I don't even give a fuck. But I've never been to a point where I've thought of suicide my whole life. Never. Nigga, I'm a gangster. You know, I partake in my share of street things that might occur. I apologize.
Yeah, man. So you remember, Freddie P was on the Making the Band show, and they signed that deal with Puff, and apparently ever since then, he not happy with the way he was treated, and he going through some mental issues, and I don't know, man. He looked kind of weird. His surroundings look kind of weird. I'll be peeping everything in the video, so I don't know, man. Like I'm thinking, like maybe the drugs kicked in.
I told my son the other day, I said, you know how good I feel knowing you don't have to come up in a life where you gotta pray for your sins, where you don't have to worry about it. I said, dog, I've been through a lot. I've been praying for my forgiveness for my whole life. I don't know no other way. I don't know what it feels to be a good citizen. I don't know that shit, dog. I never had that, my nigga. From 13, we've been providing on our own, dog. Big gangsters, my nigga. My mama's kids. We ain't had no daddies, all that shit y'all niggas got. We ain't got all that, man.
So apparently, my guy's going through a lot. Hey man, everybody, say a prayer for this dude, man. He got a lot on his mind, and apparently he don't want to really be here, and he's blaming Puff. Man, you gotta man up, man. Hey, you know what Puff had to say? Puff said, "Man up, stop crying, stop wearing, get out here, hustle, and go get it." And that was all Puff had to say. He posted it. It'll be on my IG. So like I say, let's keep Mr. Freddie P and our thoughts and prayers, man. Cause my man going through a lot. You feel me? Anywho, let's see. Last thing, man. I'm talking about Nick Cannon, man. Nick Cannon been in the news a lot lately, man. I feel like I'm gonna talk about him a lot lately. But after only 6 months on the air, Nick Cannon's daytime talk show has ended. Cannon addressed the news of his canceling during the March 10th episode. Nick said, "This is show business, and the biggest word is business. I show up each and every day bright and early to give you a show, and I'm also a businessman. We ain't going nowhere. It's not the last show. It has been a blessing and a dream come true. Thank you for letting me come into your homes." He said the cancellation was a business decision, so I don't know if it was a business decision for the network, saying that they wasn't getting enough views, or if it was a business decision for him, saying that he's moving on to something else. He got something else planned. So either way, we wish Nick Cannon the best. You know what I'm saying? And he gonna pop up again. Nick Cannon he stay busy. He always getting into stuff. He always got stuff going on. So it ain't a bad thing for Nick, and Nick gonna bounce back. I'm pretty sure. Hey man, it's your boy Mr. Fatpack coming to you live, man. I appreciate everybody checking in, and I appreciate everybody that's been on. I'm about to take a little quick break, and I'll be back. So y'all sit tight, man, and y'all stick around with me, man. You feel me? We'll be right back.
It's your boy Mr. Fatpack coming to you live from the ATL. And this is FatPacks Lounge. Don't forget you can tune in every Tuesday, 7 p.m. Eastern, where I'll be here giving you some live content and some good shows. So don't forget, tune in Tuesday night, 7 p.m. I'll be right here waiting for you. And don't forget, grab your drink. Second, please go by my YouTube and subscribe to the page. I will greatly appreciate it. Like I say, trying to get those numbers up on the YouTube. And you can also find me on iHeartRadio. You can find me on Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, Spotify. Yeah, every Tuesday, 7 p.m., I'm here going live for you.
Yeah, I'm here going live for you. Man, ain't got no sense, man. Hey, you know what time it is, man. Let's get it.
Here we go.
Yeah. I should have been fucking with this music shit, man. Shit, rough out here. It's Fat Pack.
Yep. So welcome back to the show. It's your boy, Mr. Fat Pack, coming to you live from the ATL, man. Y'all already know what time it is, man. We finna get into this sports, but real quick, I just want to shout out my little shirts, man. You know what I'm saying? Don't forget. You know what I'm saying? We got the shirts going live. Get you one. You know what I'm saying? Got the black and white for now, but whatever color. You know what I'm saying? It's all good. Yeah. So let's get into this sports, man. Let's get into these sports. NFL season is over with, but it's the best part of the season if you're a person like me. If you like the background and all the stuff that goes on behind the scenes and the off-season type of deal, you know what I'm saying? This is perfect for you and me. You know what I'm saying? Because I love it. I like player movement. I like trades. I like, players moving. A lot of people ain't really moved too much this season yet. I'm pretty sure since I've been getting the show ready today, something that happened that I don't know about. So as soon as I get off, I'll probably see it. I usually check during the break to see what's going on, but I ain't do that today. But I'm pretty sure something that popped off that I ain't seen yet. So I'll find out and be mad because I gotta wait a whole week so I can bring it to y'all. But it's all good, you know what I'm saying? So yeah, man, with the NFL, man, we got, free agency, we got trades going on. A lot of people changing places. Russell Wilson is now in Denver. I think I reported that last week. Khalil Mack is now in San Diego, and Christian Kirk is now in Jacksonville, just to name a few. A lot of players pretty much staying home as far as I see. It's been a lot of movement, but it's been like small moves. Like ain't nobody really standing out right now. But yeah, it's gonna be crazy, man. I already feel like this NFL season gonna be like dudes at home playing Madden. A lot of trades gonna take place, and I'm ready for it, man. I can't wait to see how that turn out. In other news, man. This freaking guy, man. Where's this dude at, man? You know what, man? Don't nobody make me more sick than this freaking guy. I gotta take a sip. Tom Brady announced the other day that he's coming back for his 23rd season. This Tom Brady's coming back for 23rd. Man, who cares, man? I thought this dude was over and done with, man. Oh, Lord, man. Tom Brady isn't going anywhere. He's coming back for another year. So, if your team is in the NFC South, you got to beat Tom Brady. Everybody was probably just excited about how they thought they didn't have to deal with Tom Brady, and he wasted the day before free agency, the night before, to say, I'm coming back. Good one, Tom Brady. Good way to try to draw all the attention off of everybody else and, off of free agency, loser. But anywho, Tom Brady be back, man. Hey, Aaron Donald is not too happy with his friend, Mr. Rodney Harrison, for releasing some news about him something he told him before the Super Bowl, which, Aaron Donald told Rodney Harrison that if he win, he might retire. He kind of tired of the NFL. And Mr. Rodney Harrison waited to right before the Super Bowl kickoff and dropped that bomb on the air. Of course, Mr. Aaron Donald didn't know at the time. But when he found out, he was, he kind of was feeling some way. You know what I'm saying? He said he wouldn't expect Mr. Harrison to do something like that. But guess what, Aaron Donald? He did. I don't like him anyway, man. He a Patriot. So, you know what I'm saying? Like, I ain't feeling too, whatever. But anywho, man, yeah, Aaron Donald ended up coming back. He said he going to run it back. You know what I'm saying? He probably, I don't know if he feel like he forced because the story was dropped. But either way, Rodney Harrison, you talk too much, man. Better be lucky I ain't give you one of them. Anywho, let's talk about Mr. Dallas Cowboys, Jerry Jones. Jerry Jones got a woman suing him and claims that he is her father. What you say? Jerry out here dropping babies. Now, Alexandra Davis, a 25-year-old woman, says she was conceived from a relationship Jones had with her mother, Cynthia Davis, in the mid-1990s. According to court documents filed by Davis, her mother reached a settlement which Jones would support them financially as long as they didn't publicly identify him as her father. Boy, ain't that some pimp shit? Ain't that some pimp shit? So, court is set for March the 31st. Yeah, apparently he paid them off to keep this on the hush hush. And the daughter didn't know because all that went on before she was old enough to understand what was going on. So the daughter is coming out. The mama knew not to say nothing. The daughter was a baby. And apparently she just found out her daddy on the Cowboys. And she want up peace. You know what I'm saying? She want up peace. You the daddy. Anywho, Mr. Kirk Herbstreit is going to be busier than usual this fall. According to the New York Post, Herbstreit has officially agreed to become an Amazon game analyst for Thursday night football coverage. He will continue to work on ESPN as a top football analyst, and he will also remain a key part of College Game Day. This was huge for Amazon after missing out on Troy Aikman, but they was able to bounce back and pick up Kirk Herbstreit, who was one of the, who's well respected in the game. You feel me? Him moving to the NFL is gonna be something nice for me to see. I'm interested to see how it works. I mean, it's calling games, but it's funny, Kirk Herbstreit, we always known him for the college game. Amazon is hoping to team him with Al Michaels. We'll see how that turns out. Excuse me. So yeah, congratulations to my dog, Kirk Herbstreit. I love Kirk Herbstreit. You know what I'm saying? I feel like because of him, you know what I'm saying, it's the reason why, UM had made some changes this year. And if it work out real good, everybody gonna call him the savior for the Hurricanes football team, because he spoke up. But anyway, I like, even if it wasn't for that, I always thought I thought Kirk Herbstreit was a cool guy. So congratulations to him. And I know Amazon paying that good money, boy. They sure got it. You know what I'm talking about? Let's talk about KG. Boston Celtics honored KG by Campbell Garnett by raising his jersey into the rafters, joining the other greats and legends who played for the Celtics. Garnett played 6 seasons with the Celtics, helping them win the championship in the 2007-2008 season. I'm biased, but KG, I ain't like KG back then, really. You know what I'm saying? Like, I respect this game just because I ain't, personally, if I knew him personally, I wouldn't have liked him. But I respect this game. I felt the same way with Kobe for a while. I ain't really like Kobe till late. I respect, like, now, I love Kobe, but back then I couldn't stand him as I was, watching him play. But KG was another one. You know what I'm saying? And I still don't kind of like him a little bit, but he all right. I respect this game. And congratulations to KG. You know what I'm saying? We want to give KG a hand. You know what I'm saying? I love KG little show he had. What is called something 21. He used to have when he had the mute button. That was kind of cool, man. I used to like that. I need a mute button. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, congratulations, KG, man. But you know, out of all of that, man, the best part of that night, man, for me, the best part of that night was not that.
Now I want to say something, man. It's good to see Ray Allen here, man. Real shit. Hey, Lord, it's good to see you here, Ray. You next, Lord.
That was cool, man. That was cool. I'm excited, man. That was good to see that Kevin Garnett finally buried the hatchet, man, and let it go, man. And it's funny at the end, see Paul Pierce run in and join the little hug. So that's cool, man. I'm happy, man, because you know for a while Garnett was salty, boy, because Ray came to the Heat. You know what I'm saying? And he hit that shot for us that won the championship. Well, not the championship, but they forced the Game 7, and we won that game. You know what I'm saying? We beat the Spurs that year. So shout out to Ray. I never forget that shot that he shot against the San Antonio Spurs in Game 6. They had the ropes out and all. They hadn't called us done. They hadn't put a fork in us and said we was done, son. And Ray got that ball. Bosch caught that pass. Caught the rebound off the free throw and kicked it out to Ray. And the rest was history. It was so, yeah, I'll never forget that shot. It's a lot of things. It's only a few things I can remember. I can recall where I was, what happened, when it happened, and all that. And that was one of them. The other one that I can think of off the top of my head was 9/11. You know what I'm saying? We all can remember where we was at if we was there. Crazy story, man. You know, I shouldn't be sharing this story with y'all, but I'm gonna tell y'all a little story. You know what I'm saying? Give y'all a little bit. You know what I'm saying? You know, nowadays, you know, at my job every year when 9/11 pop off. Well, not every year. I stopped after like last time I did this, you know. Okay, so I used to every year, you know, at my jobs, you ask people like, what was you in 9/11? Because I always can remember exactly what I was doing when it happened, you know what I'm saying? But then a few years ago, you know what I'm saying, I got to work. And I'm feeling kind of good, you know what I'm saying? Not because it was 9/11, but I just was in a good mood. So I'm like, man, let me ask these, you know, people about 9/11. So I asked the first person, you know what I'm saying? She told me, yeah, I remember like yesterday I was doing this and my husband was yada, yada, yada. And I was like, yeah, cool, da, da, da. So then the next person I asked, she was like, oh, 9/11. She's like, you know, I was only in the first grade when that happened. So I started feeling some way like, damn, hold on. Like, damn, first grade, shit. I was down there 20 when that shit happened. So then I went to the next person and asked him. This motherfucker said they wasn't even alive. Man, I so gave up. I was done. I was not interested in nobody else 9/11 fucking stories because they made me feel old. That shit ain't funny. That shit ain't funny, dog. So yeah, that was the end of the whole 9/11 fiasco that I was having at work. And yeah, I don't ask no more. You know what I'm saying? So fuck that shit. I don't care what y'all was fucking doing on 9/11, especially if you wasn't fucking born. Shit up and making me feel old. But hey, man, I love y'all, man. You know what I'm saying? But anywho, last story, man. I got one more story for y'all, man. Where all my wrestling fans at, man? Where all my wrestlers at, man? I ain't no wrestling fan no more, so I don't want y'all to think I be watching that weird shit. But back in the day, boy, you couldn't tell me shit, boy. I'd have probably watched all of them WWE stories that A&E had. Ultimate Warrior and all them boys. Ultimate Warrior was my favorite wrestler of all time. You know, I like Goldberg and you know, everybody loves Stone Cold. You know what I'm saying? Stone Cold is probably like if you got Ultimate Warrior 1, Stone Cold got to be like 1B. And it might be a little bit reversed because later on down the road, you know, I was Stone Cold dog. But yeah, man, my boy, Mr. Scott Hall, a.k.a. Razor Ramon, has been pronounced dead at the age of 63, man. Sad story, man. Everybody knew the bag. It's the bad guy. And it's Ramon. Uzi Machismo. You feel me? Like, man, I used to love Razor Ramon. You know what I'm saying? Hall death comes after his longtime friend and former tag team partner Kevin Nash announced Sunday night that Hall was going to be taken off life support. Hall mentioned that they was only waiting for a couple more family members to be in place before that, that call was finally made. Hall is two-time WWE Hall of Famer as himself, Razor Ramon, and also as a member of the NWO. Many current wrestlers and former wrestlers took to social media to honor Hall. In the 90s, man, Razor Ramon, Scott Hall, played a major role in helping wrestling gain worldwide attention. He was a big influence on that, man. If it wasn't for him in the NWO, man, wrestling would have been dead. He left the WWF at the time and went over to WCW, and he was a big hit over there also. So, he took, at that time, that was when wrestling, they bought the WCW out and WWE took off, man. Booker T them came over and Ric Flair and all them came with their belts, and I was still into it then, so, I don't really watch it now, but Razor Ramon was one of my favorite wrestlers back, in the day. And it's sad that, that he's passing away. And, I want to send my condolences to his family as they go through these hard times. I also want to send my condolences to his friend Hall. What's his name? Not Hall. Nash, Kevin Nash. Because them boys was tight, man. Nash, I seen something where Nash was saying like he done known Razor Ramon almost all his life, and he been around him more than he been around a lot of his family members. So it's a sad situation for him as they go through this, man. And yeah, man. Shout out to Razor Ramon, man. You feel me? Gotta skip that. Listen, man, I'm good, man. Hey, did anybody catch last story? Did anybody catch the Memphis game this week? Memphis and who was they playing? Who the hell was they playing? It was Memphis and OKC. Did y'all see it? Everybody in there was looking like this. Check this out.
We will postpone the start until Memphis can get the right jerseys on.
Or the teardrop over the big man.
All right, Michael, we got a problem here before.
So yeah, apparently they both came out in white jerseys, so everybody was looking at each other, pointing the finger at each other. Completely hilarious, man. I want to say that is completely hilarious. So yeah, they had to postpone that game until they were able to get the right colored jerseys on. That's embarrassing. You know what I'm saying? But things, shit happen. You feel me? I ain't dogging them or nothing like that. But yeah, that was funny, man. So everybody was looking like them Spider-Man up there, pointing the finger at each other like, hey, you look like me. I look like you. Hey, we look like we. Anywho. Hey, man. That's all the show that I have for y'all this week, man. It's been fun. Y'all know I love Tuesday nights. Hey, man, I hope y'all be here next Tuesday with me. Still might change the night, but as of right now, things kind of flowing right now, man. So I want to say thank you for tuning in. I want to say thank you for allowing me into your homes. Like I say, whether you're listening on the video podcast or on the audio, shout out to my audio podcast listeners, man. I want to say big shout out to my audio podcast listeners, man. They be giving me hella love. You feel me? Like, boy, I swear, sometimes I just be wanting to do the audio because they be showing hella love. And nothing against my video, but, they say a lot, I do the video because they say a lot of people scared to do video because they don't want you to see them. So, me, shit, I love a challenge. I don't give a fuck. Y'all can see me. This is what I do. You know what I'm saying? But anywho, big shout out to my audio podcast listeners, man. Y'all be showing hella love, like I say. I want to say shout out. Y'all want, you know what I'm saying? Let me do this. I'm going to say shout out to my listeners in Oregon. Oregon be tuned in. We got people in Prineville, Oregon. Shout out to my people in Omaha, Nebraska. Shout out to my people in Kansas. Where y'all at in Kansas? Wichita. Shout out to Wichita, Kansas. Shout out to Omaha. Lincoln, Nebraska. Shout out to Des Moines, Iowa. You know what I'm saying? I mentioned Des Moines tonight. Shout out to, let's see, Columbus, Ohio in the house. Man, I got listeners everywhere right now. Shout out to Reston, what is that? Reston, Virginia. I don't know if that's Virginia or if that's Maryland. I think that's Maryland. Shout out to Richmond, Virginia. So yeah, that other one is Maryland. Shout out to Charlotte, North Carolina. Shout out to who is this? Shelby. Shout out to Forest City, North Carolina. I got listeners in Forest City. And I mean, like, I ain't saying like these people just hit me up once. These people are dedicated. Shout out to Huntsville, Alabama. Shout out to Atlanta. My listeners in Atlanta be tuned in. I got people listening from Brookhaven. I got people in East Point. I got people right in the heart of Atlanta. I got people listening from Covington, Kanye. Shout out to y'all. I got people in Lawrenceville. Shout out to y'all. Hey, man, this is lovely, man. Shout out to my folks in Miami that's listening on the audio podcast. Shout out to, I got people in Cape Coral tuned in. Shout out to y'all. I got people in Orlando tuned in. Shout out to you too, man. Hey, I can't do this without y'all, so I got to take a second to shout out my folks. Shout out my peoples in Dallas that's tuning in. Shout out to the peoples in Albuquerque, New Mexico. What you talking about? Shout out to my peoples over here in Tijuana, Mexico. Y'all, man, y'all think it's a game, man. I'm gonna screenshot this and I'm gonna post it for y'all. Hey, and don't forget, shout out to my people over there in Spain. Y'all think it's a joke. I'm over here. I'm international with it. Shout out to my people in Murcia, Spain. Shout out to my peoples over in Belgium. They tuned in. They locked in. I got folks over here. Listen, where we at? Shout out to my folks in India. Where y'all at? India and let's see, what is this? Who is this? It is, you know what? Shout out to my people in India. I don't even know who that is. Shout out to them in India. It won't give me a specific city with India. Let me see. I got one more. I seen it. Hold on. Oh. Shout out to my listeners in Moscow, Russia. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. I might have set off a bug last week when I mentioned their name and they like, hey, let's see what this dude talking about mentioning our name. But shout out to my people in Moscow. They listening. Hey, man, everybody. Shout out to everybody that's helping me get my numbers up on this audio podcast. Like I say, I'm on iHeart, I'm on Spotify, I'm on Google, and I am on Spotify, iHeart, Google, and what's the other one? Anyway, y'all know where I'm at. Don't forget, you can go by any of my pages. Hit the link for the website. I got the website going. Y'all can go by the website, check it out. You can go by the Instagram, check it out. You can go by YouTube and check it out. I'm everywhere. Like I say, shout out to everybody that's been tuned in. Shout out to my new, I got a couple of new subscribers on YouTube. Shout out to y'all. Appreciate everybody that's been chiming in with me, man. Shout out to my boys, man. Y'all know who y'all are. I ain't finna say no names tonight because I'm kind of overdoing it with the shout outs tonight. I feel like I just won an award and you know, they about to turn the music. Here we go. Hey, man. So I want to say shout out to my people. Oh, what the fuck? Motherfuckers disrespectful, man. Be turning the mic, turning the music up on the motherfucker when they doing their shout outs at the awards. Yeah, I want to say shout out to my mama, Jesus Christ. What the fuck? Disrespectful. Hey, man, it's been fun, man. Y'all know, man, what time it is. Every Tuesday, 7 p.m. Eastern, y'all can get in on YouTube. Y'all can see it on Facebook. Y'all can see it on the website. Streaming live every Tuesday, 7 p.m. I got my drink. I hope y'all come with yours, man. We're going to sit back, relax, and enjoy the show together, man. I hope y'all enjoyed the show this week. I appreciate y'all coming through, man. Same time, same place next week. Hey, man, don't forget, pray before you lay. If you love somebody, make sure you tell them tonight before you go to sleep. Let them know that you love them. You know what I'm saying? Life is short. You never know what tomorrow brings. So pray before you lay, man. Kiss somebody. Let them know you love them, man. And come back next week and join your boy, man. I love y'all, man. Come back next week, man. Tune in, man. It's FatPacks Live, man. Coming to you. FatPacks Lounge coming to you live from the ATL, man. We out, man. Good night. Can't never find the fucking button. I just be wanting to hang. If I wanted to hang up on y'all, I couldn't do it because I could never find the hang up button. Good night.
Here we go.